How's it going out there, YouTube land and also social media lands? Welcome to an all-new video. In this video, we're going to be doing a movie review of a film that came out the end of July and is a remake of a 2003 film brought to us by Disney. So we're going to get right into that. Before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you miss this video and the other videos I put up. As always, people, if you enjoy my content here on YouTube, definitely check out my other social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon. Definitely check out my Patreon. I got a lot of cool stuff on there. As always, let's get right into this. Welcome one and all to an all-new video. So like I was saying before, we're going to be doing a movie review of a newer film that came out the end of July and is a remake of a film brought to us by Disney. And that happens to be the film called Haunted Mansion. Yeah, Haunted Mansion. Yeah. So this 2023 film is a remake of the 2003 film that had starred Eddie Murphy in the title role, and is a re-imaging of course, the Haunted Mansion film that is based on the awesome ride from Disneyland and is just a great staple in Disney history, I feel. Now, I absolutely love the ride. It was one of my favorite rides to go on when I went to Disneyland, and I just think that the Haunted Mansion is a quintessential part of Disney lore, of just Disney itself. And when, Walt Disney himself created it, it just was such a magical feeling and just so awesome. And going in that ride was so much fun. And I love how much homage that they did bring to this new remake of the film. And I loved how they really incorporated it all and kept it, pretty much based on the ride more than I feel the previous 2003 film did. Now, of course, this film is directed none other by a director that has been around and done a few other things over the course of time, and is a not too bad of a director and has directed some pretty good stuff, called Justin Simien. Yeah, Justin Simien. Yeah, if I'm saying his last name wrong, sorry. Simon. I don't know how he pronounces, but Justin is a pretty decent director. I liked what he did with this film. I thought he gave us a really well-constructed film that had a great beginning, a great middle, and a great ending. I thought that he did a good job of giving us really great scenery of Louisiana and giving us a really, fun, heartfelt story that was super enjoyable, incorporated really well, and I feel it had really no lag time throughout the whole entire film. And I just enjoyed what he brought to it, giving us a lot of great nostalgia, but at the same time, he gave us just a really fun film that was just super entertaining. So another film that Justin has directed, of course, is a satirical dark black comedy that came out a few years ago, and actually was his directorial debut. And it got a lot of praise by a lot of people, and a lot of people enjoyed it. And that happens to be the film called Dear White People. Yeah, Dear White People. Now, I haven't had the pleasure of seeing this film. I have heard a lot about it. I've seen the trailer, and it looks kind of funny. It looks interesting. Definitely something I might eventually check down the road, because now I've seen something he directed, and I think he's a pretty decent director. But from what I've heard, it's just a really good kind of like dark comedy type of film that's really fun, that's really enjoyable, and it just makes really fun of all those stereotypical type of things. And that it's just a really fun film that, really shined all the great actors that were in it, and really showed just some fun and gave us a really funny kind of comedy, and showed how good he is at comedy, Mr. Justin is. Haven't seen it, like I said. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Definitely check it out for yourself to see what you think about it. Definitely something else to check out by Justin if you haven't seen anything else he's done. But like I said, overall, I really enjoyed what he did with the film. I enjoyed that he brought us this great film, gave us this really great remake, and gave us an all-around just a really fun film that, like I said, was super entertaining, really well done, really well casted, and just overall a really fun film. If you haven't seen Haunted Mansion yet, definitely go check it out in theaters now. Justin did a really great job. So Haunted Mansion has a really great cast, a lot of great comedians, a lot of great actors that are just great in pretty much anything they do, and they really brought and delivered to this movie. Now, to start us off is kind of one of the main characters out, Mr. Lakeith Stanfield. Oh yeah, Lakeith Stanfield, woo, Lakeith Stanfield, yeah. So Lakeith You might recognize from films like Judah and the Black Messiah. You might recognize him from Sorry to Bother You, and etc. over the years. And he's just a really amazing actor. He has really proven himself to be a really great force to work with, and that he's just a really amazing actor. And he did no less in this. I really enjoyed his character. I loved what he brought to the character, and I really enjoyed that he brought some of his dramatic elements to his character and gave us just a really well-rounded film character that just was super enjoyable and a great part of this film. Now, if you haven't seen anything else Lakeith Stanfield's been in, definitely check him out in a great film that came out in 2017 called Get Out. Yeah, Get Out, the Jordan Peele film. He is in this film, and I absolutely think it's one of his best films to date. Absolutely love his character, and I love what he brought to the character, and I really enjoy everything about it, and just what he brought to it, and gave us just this really crazy kind of character that was like a mixture of just several different things, and you're not sure whether or not to be scared of him, or to like him, or be sad for him, and I just love what Lakeith brought to that, and give us a really amazing performance. If you haven't seen anything Lakeith Stanfield's been in, definitely check him out and Get Out. He was really superb in that. But overall, really enjoyed him in this film. I thought he worked well with everyone, from Tiffany Haddish to, Danny DeVito, Jamie Lee Curtis, Owen Wilson, Rosario Dawson. I mean, he worked well with everyone in this film, and he just was a really great asset to this film. If you haven't seen Lakeith Stanfield in anything, definitely go check out Haunted Mansion in theaters now. He was really good in it. So that brings me to the next actress I'd like to talk about that was in this film, and that is none other than the awesome, gorgeous Miss Tiffany Haddish. Oh yeah, Tiffany Haddish, woo, Tiffany Haddish, yeah. I absolutely love Tiffany Haddish. She's so freaking funny. Her stand-up's amazing. Pretty much any movie she's in, she's absolutely freaking hilarious. She's super fun, and just all around just a super hilarious comedian. She recently has been in such a great show called Search Party, which was amazing, or After Party I should say, and she was awesome in that, so fun, so great. Definitely should check out if you have not seen it for her. But Tiffany Haddish is just a great comedian, and everything she always brings to the table, she always just brings the craziness, and that's what makes her so stinking funny. And she really did that again with this film. She was really funny in this film, but she also brought a great classiness to herself too. That was just really enjoyable and fun, and I loved her interactions with the different characters throughout the film as well. And I just appreciated what she brought to her psychic character in the film. Now, if you haven't seen Tiffany Haddish in anything else, definitely check out a great film that came out a few years ago that had an all-star cast and is just a really funny film called Girls Trip. Yeah, Girls Trip. Oh my god, this movie is so freaking amazing. She is absolutely hilarious working out with Jada Pinkett Smith in this, Regina King. You also had the hilarious Queen Latifah in it, and they all were so funny together and just a great duo. And Tiffany was just freaking out the wall in this film, just so freaking funny, and she absolutely killed it. She definitely deserves some sort of recognition for how funny she was in this film, and at the same time how she could be serious a little bit in certain parts too, which still stayed funny, but at the same time she had a very seriousness to her. She was on point in that film. If you have not seen her in Girls Trip, definitely check it out. Worth a watch. Definitely worth checking out for Tiffany Haddish herself, because she was just so amazing in that film and so phenomenal. But overall, I really enjoyed her in Haunted Mansion. I loved her interactions, like I said, with everyone. And she just was a great addition to that cast. Her, Rosario Dawson, Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito, they all were amazing together. So fun. And I think that she brought a great funniness to her psychic character. And I loved some of the lines she brought and some of the one-liners that were just on point and so funny, and a great addition to that film. If you have not seen anything Tiffany Haddish has been in lately, definitely go check her out in Haunted Mansion. She was really excellent in it. So that brings me to the final actor I have to talk about that was in this film. And that is none other than the Wilson brother himself, Mr. Owen Wilson! Oh yeah! Owen Wilson! Woo! Wilson, yeah! Owen Wilson is so freaking awesome. He is one of those actors that you're kind of not sure about at first, but he grows on you. And that's what he has done over the years. Because some of the first films I saw him in, I found him so annoying. But as time has gone on, he has become super funny, super awesome, and just super hilarious. And I absolutely love him in pretty much anything he does now. And of course, you might recognize from such films as like Anaconda, of course from Armageddon. You might recognize him in films over the last couple of years. He's done quite a few with Jennifer Lopez, and he's done a lot of rom-coms, stuff like that. And he has really branched himself out and made some really fantastic characters. Now, in this film, I really loved him as the priest character. He was super funny, had a lot of great one-liners, and I just loved how he delivered, because he had such great powerhouses he had to work with, and he was on point keeping up with that power. And especially with Lakeith Stanfield, he held his own with Lakeith, because Lakeith is an Academy Award winning type of actor. I feel he definitely deserves a lot more recognition for how awesome an actor he is. And Owen is just so funny and always kind of plays that kind of like down his luck kind of character. And I liked how he played this film, and how he was kind of like that, but not 100%. He was just really fun as this character. And I loved his evolution through the film, and he just was so interesting and just really endearing. Now, another great film you should check out if you have not seen Owen Wilson in anything, or looking for something else to watch with Owen Wilson in, is a great 2008 film called Drillbit Taylor. Yeah, Drillbit Taylor. Oh, he is so freaking awesome. This film had such a great cast. Danny McBride in it. Troy Gentile. I mean, this movie is absolutely freaking hilarious, and I love Owen Wilson's character in this film. Him as Drillbit is absolutely on point, so awesome, and so Owen Wilson. And he just had some great one-liners in it. I love his, some of the things he brings up to the kids to learn about bullying, and he just was so freaking awesome in this film, and had some great physical comedy throughout the film, too, that was just so on point as well. And just, it's a really enjoyable film. If you haven't seen Owen Wilson in anything, definitely check him out in Drillbit Taylor. He was really phenomenal in it. But overall, I really enjoyed Owen Wilson in this film. I thought he was a great addition to this film, and he just did a really great job and was a great part of that amazing cast. If you haven't seen anything with Owen Wilson lately, definitely go check him out in Haunted Mansion. It's worth a watch. So what is the Haunted Mansion about? Basically, the premise of the story is Rosario Dawson and her son move into this new house, and ends up having ghosts in it, and she goes to get the aid of a priest to be able to exorcise the house. And after figuring out that they would need a whole ensemble team, they basically gather a whole team to help them get rid of all the ghosts, find out why the ghosts are there, and how to stop these ghosts, and to allow them to live in this house peacefully. And the movie just was so freaking awesome. I was blown away by how good it was. Really was. It was nice to see a movie that was just entertaining and didn't have some sort of agenda. It was so nice to see that, because I feel a lot of movies in the last couple years have been like that. And it was nice to just see a really fun film that just was enjoyable and about entertainment. And like I said earlier, I love how it stayed very nostalgic to the ride itself. And it just was really fun. If you have not seen it yet, highly recommend go check it out in theaters now. So much fun. Can't wait for it to come out on 4K and add it to the collection. It was just so superb. So that's it for this movie review, guys. Always thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Also, thank you for subscribing. And if this is your first time here, or you have been here before, don't forget to check out the older new movies you might not see mine yet. As always, people, if you enjoy my channel, definitely check out my Patreon page, where you can get all kinds of cool accoutrements you don't get here on my YouTube channel. So definitely check that out. As always, people, catch you next one.